watching BAK News brought to you by the Brethren Assembly Kuwait. I'm Greta, your host. We are going to start today's talk show, Sphere of Faith, with very special guests known as the Heroes of Faith. We have Noah from Mesopotamia, Enoch from Babylon, Abraham from Ur, Joshua from Egypt, Moses from Egypt, and Rahab from Jericho. Even though there were travel restrictions due to COVID-19, we've managed to gather them all together. Let's go see them. Enoch, hi. Wow, I can't believe you've all gathered here today.
Wait, who is this new gen girl? Is she in our heroes list?
This is. Don't worry, Moses. That's Greta from BAK News. They have arranged our reunion.
Oh, okay.
Moses, is this the very same stick that you used to part the Red Sea?
Yes, it can also turn into a snake. You want to see?
No, it's okay. Abraham, you seem to have some sort of weapon.
Yes, this is actually the same knife I used when I was trying to sacrifice my son. Still keep it around as a souvenir.
We have the greatest engineer in history with us today, which is none other than Noah. Noah, can you please share your experiences with us?
Indeed, it was a great experience working with the greatest architect, our Lord. I was just an instrument in God's hands to execute His master plan.
Can you tell us more about the construction of the ark? I guess you're a great construction manager.
Well, the ark had 3 decks, one for me and my family, the second for the animals, and the third for composting waste. It was 300 cubits in length, 50 cubits in width, and 30 cubits in height. I think you Newgen children will not understand these measurements. It's almost the size of your Avenue Mall. It was a green project in those days. The ark had a window for natural lighting from the sun, a whole floor dedicated to composting animal waste. I have used the wood from forests which I planted for this purpose.
Why don't we have some freshly baked cookies, Moses? Noah, please tell us, how do you manage to complete the construction of the ark?
Well, it's simple. I just obeyed the Lord as it mentioned in Genesis 6 verse 9. I walked with the Lord and took His counsel for each step. People around me were literally mocking me, and they thought I'm a mad and jobless fellow. But I was patient and kept working because I trusted my Lord.
Wow, that's a wonderful experience, Noah.
I heard that someone made a replica of our ark. Believe me, it's nowhere near God's design. The difference is that yours was on the land and mine is in the water.
Enoch, like Noah, you also chose to walk with God?
Yes, by the way, I'm Noah's great grandfather. He followed my footsteps. I mean 365 years.
Not days, guys.
Noah, what is that leaf on your ear?
Oh, that's the olive leaf that the dove brought back to the ark. It's great to remember God's faithfulness.
Well, now let's hear from the friend of God. Any guess who that is?
Oh, I love to hear that title. He's such a loving God, and I got the privilege to know Him better.
But Abraham, I don't understand how you could just leave everything and go without knowing where your destination is.
Yeah, nowadays we use Google Maps, but even that will not be of any use if we don't enter a destination.
See, I belong to a wealthy family and worship the pagan gods. The Lord called me, and when I knew Him, I could do nothing but trust Him.
how could you sacrifice your son? Didn't it seem a bit unreasonable to you?
Yes, it actually sounds like that, but I knew my Lord and I loved him more than anything. Trust and obey, for there's no other way to be happy in Jesus, but to trust and obey. Trust and obey, for there's no other way to be happy in Jesus, but to trust and obey.
Wow, I'm getting goosebumps. Moses, we know that you are a well-educated person.
Yes. Since I was adopted by Pharaoh's daughter, I had the privilege to learn all the Egyptian skills. Sorry, I could not bring my brother here today. He was my spokesperson.
That's fine, Moses. Could you please tell us about your experience of talking with God face to face?
Well, I was a man who had no patience at all. I had killed an Egyptian as well, but the Lord molded me before giving me the responsibility to lead the children of God.
Yeah, we've heard about that. And then you ran away?
Also, I was very reluctant to obey the Lord when He called me, but He gave me the courage and confidence to take the responsibility to lead the children of Israel in Exodus from Egypt. His ways are amazing.
Yes, he was my boss.
I had made many mistakes, but my Lord still loved me, and I spoke to my God like a friend, face to face.
Wow, wonderful testimonies. Now, Joshua, could you please tell us about your experiences?
See, I was a military leader. Don't worry about my looks now. This is due to the lockdown. Caleb and I were the only two who trusted God and gave a good report when we went to spy on the promised land. Believe me, our enemies were strong, but God on our side, we knew that we were stronger than more.
You had the toughest job to divide the land, right?
Yes, not only to divide, we have to conquer, we had to enter, conquer, and to divide the 12 tribes. That was a really huge responsibility. Yeah, Rahab is a witness for that.
Yes, Rahab, you're so lucky that your family was spared.
The Lord was merciful, and I was a sinful woman. I did not deserve His blessings at all. But with God's grace and mercy, here I am with these great heroes of faith. Not only that, my name was marked in the genealogies of my Messiah. What a mighty God He is. All praises to Him.
Dear believers, I'm sure you all agree with me that it has truly been a wonderful experience to hear from our great heroes of faith. Any final comments before we wrap up the show for today?
Hebrews 7 verse 1 says, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. The way of faith is always superior. We need God's grace to have this faith.
Thank you for watching the 18 News.